Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Brandon Bell. He's the Metcalfe County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning.
Now, Brandon, when we think about fall, it's hard not to think about pumpkins.
It is. I start thinking about pumpkins, well, about the 1st of September probably, and we use them all the way up to November, and it seems like every year earlier and earlier people just start putting out fall decorations.
Absolutely. But the pumpkin, it represents a lot of things.
Yes, it's just one of our most versatile crops. I mean, you can do so much with a pumpkin. I mean, typically we think of pumpkins as either decoration for a jack-o'-lantern or for pumpkin pie, but there's so much more that they can be used for. We've got several Kentucky Proud recipes from the Plated Up program that it can show you how to make pumpkin breads, pumpkin muffins, chocolate pumpkin muffins. I mean, there's so many things that you can do with it. You can take the seed out, you can roast the seed, you can eat pumpkin seeds, you can decorate with them, you can carve them, and little known fact, pumpkin is used in some pet food as a major ingredient. There are some companies out there that are incorporating it into their pet food diets.
It's because it actually packs quite a few nutrients in pumpkin. You mentioned some of those recipes. Those are all research proven to be healthy recipes. And there's quite a bit of minerals and nutrients.
Well, let's talk about beta carotene. When you cut this pumpkin open, what does it look like? It's orange. Mm-hmm. So similar to a sweet potato or a carrot, it does have those healthy qualities that beta carotene brings. Mm-hmm. I have grown pumpkins for a number of years, and that's why I said I'd start thinking about them 1st of September. I actually start thinking about them about May when I order my seed, but not only do I grow pumpkins, but I try to pass on what I've learned through my experience, and I couple that with university research, and I try to help growers throughout the state with pumpkin production. And if there's, I like to talk anyway. I especially like to talk about pumpkins. And I just have got a few facts that I think are interesting that a lot of people may not realize. A lot of times we think of our southern states as being our fruit and vegetable producing states. Well, pumpkins are pretty sensitive to heat and temperature. So when you get much further south than Kentucky, it's a little bit difficult to grow pumpkins because they're sensitive to heat, and sometimes when the fruit starts to set after that bloom is pollinated, a lot of times the heat will cause fruit abortion. Well, we are in the perfect zone because we're just right as far as temperature. Now, we do have some problems and we do have hot summers, don't get me wrong, we all know that. But what we can do is we can draw in customers from the south to come and buy our pumpkins that they cannot grow there. We are a pretty big player in the pumpkin industry. I don't know what our ranking is. I have tried to find that and I can't. Illinois is by far number one. And then we have California, Indiana, Texas, Virginia, and Michigan. They are our major pumpkin producers, and those 6 states actually produce the majority of the pumpkins in the U.S. Illinois is number one because of the Libby's plant there in Morton, Illinois. 85% of the U.S. canned pumpkin is produced at that Libby's plant, and the crop is grown in those areas surrounding Morton, Illinois. So what does that tell us? If we've got 85% of our eggs in one basket, if they have crop failure in that area, what are we going to do for Thanksgiving? Are we going to have to eat sweet potato pie? It's a little known fact that Illinois is so huge when it comes to pumpkins. In 2020, they produced 564 million pounds. Those other states that I talked about produced around 100 million pounds each.
So that's a lot of pumpkins.
A lot.
And all pumpkins are created differently too. There's some that are just for decorations and some that are better for pies and different things like that. So it's kind of interesting to learn a little bit more about them.
It is very interesting.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the information, Brandon. And if you have questions about pumpkin production, contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.